heroes, they're taking them first. If they are first pick, they will take one of those.
We have seen other teams at least play Coddle pretty reliably, and some teams are starting to pick up the Tusk. Maybe there's scenarios where you can leave like both in the pool because you know you're getting at least one of them. But we'll see. Secret ban out of the Death Prophet. Mars probably one of the big heroes that was banned first game, still in the pool. That's just looked like the offlaner right now.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously in the pool as well, and Chen was first banned, so looks like those Phoenix, Mars, Weaver maybe. If either of these two teams value it, because other teams are first phasing it as well, you know, obviously putting in that 4-1.
I think Weaver's more of a second phase hero for me at least. I haven't been sold on Weaver being like top
that
tier.
Good.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Yeah, it's flexible, but it's not. I don't think it's top tier in either the support or core role. Whereas I feel like those flex picks, they need to excel in one role, and then if it's get countered in that role, you can move it to the other role where it's maybe not as good, but still viable.
Makes sense.
I think he's like an average carry and an average 4.
They'll be on the clockwork out, so they did not like playing versus either of those two heroes. A lot of global presence from both of them, even with just the Rockets split pushing.
And Yapsor and Puppy feeling the bans.
They're probably happy. They're like, yep, it was us, Nisha. Sorry, it wasn't you.
Yep. Look for the Grimstroke first phase, I'd say, from Team Secret again, potentially. Maybe Spirit steals it, yeah. If you want to take the approach of banning all the heroes they've owned you with last game and
just start picking them all.
Just start stealing their
What
heroes.
a strategy.
Well, get it.
Spirit's like, there's something to this hero. They're not wrong.
Yeah.
And Secret's like, nah, we just wanted to do it to see if you guys would do it. Gotcha.
Ember's still in the pool. Probably one of the more notable ones right now.
We've seen some of the other 5s, obviously. A lot of the 5s have been banned out. We've seen Oracle has been favored, decent versus the Grimstroke, obviously, for the Dispel.
Oracle Troll, an insane combo. Something Secret lost to. They're one loss. If they're learning from their losses, it's probably that Oracle Troll is kind of nutty.
There it is. There's the Oracle at least. Do they take... Is there a 4 position that maybe goes well, or do you think you should pick up one of those combos? Like the Troll or even the TB, I think we saw it. The one time we saw TB in Europe, it was first phased with the Oracle.
Yeah. I'm down for some Troll just because it is flexible between lanes, and it's just a lane dominator, which is, you can't really ever go wrong in Dota if you're winning your lanes.
Yep.
So I think TB is a bit higher risk and has been a bit more figured out than the Troll. But there is a chance, like you say, you just go for some kind of 4 position or something, or get that flexible hero, some Centaur type thing here. You don't have to get an Oracle combo right off the bat.
As you said, Centaur as well as Mars, both still in the pool, so the offlaner's making it through finally.
Oh yeah, Mars, of course.
we'll see. Obviously, the Phoenix did get secret, pretty much last man, the Phoenix, and then maybe Mars loses a little bit since you don't have that Phoenix, but still very good. Let's see, could use some time here. You do definitely want. Well, okay, I was gonna say you definitely would at least want a playmaking for it. The one problem with the Oracle is we've seen it with Nigma in the past where you do pick like this Oracle IO or this Oracle AA, and it does not work. You definitely have to have a playmaker if you have the Oracle. Well, they go with one. It will be the Earth Spirit.
That's cool. Makes sense. Active hero. The silence can mess with the Grimstroke a bit. I imagine it's not a fun hero for Grim to play into. And he's just initiating on you from fog with his long range rolling boulder.
Blitz, maybe you know, Nisha or Matumba Man play that hero? Or is this just a 4, you think, for them?
I don't think they do.
Okay.
Maybe Matu does. I'm not sure.
Okay. Because we did see it when we saw it on the other side of things when Immersion. I was like, yeah, it has to be him. He's one of the best Earthsphere players, and they definitely swerved, so.
I could see Zai playing it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
If there's anybody I think that they can flex it with, it might be Zai.
Okay.
If they want to try it that way. I feel like Zai's usually there. Just try it out. You'll figure it out.
Brood. Yeah. You'll figure it out.
Just, we didn't maybe pick it in the best spot.
You got it.
You got this one, buddy.
Alright, Team Spirit, do you take a core yourself to pair with this Grimstroke, or maybe you just follow up with a 4 of your own? They go with the Pango, yep. Not banned out this game. Been pretty much just an off-laner in this tournament. Obviously, it has the flex of the 4, but from what we've seen, it's almost always been an off-laner.
He's kind of greedy as a 4 because it's not the best laner in some sense, and you kind of want to get some farm on the hero, usually to get like an early Javelin at least, for example. Yeah, I'm much more keen on the core Pango. I think as a 3 and maybe flex into a 2 position occasionally.
Yeah.
But we'll see what the teams have in mind. One of the heroes we saw, I think, rising in stock the last few days that hasn't appeared in the picture bans, at least so far in Game 1, is Queen of Pain. I've been very impressed with Queen of Pain as a hero. We'll just reading through some of the changes over the last like 5 or 6 patches, and the hero's just had an insane number of buffs.
Has it? Okay.
Patch after patch, like a full 1 intelligence gain per level over like several patches. Agi gain buffs, Sonic Wave damage, just all this stuff being buffed about Queen of Pain to the point where it feels like she is just one of the stronger mid laners right now.
Yeah, you bring that. Yeah, after watching yesterday, you're right, the 9-10 pick, I think we saw 4 or 5 Queen of Pains, and that was 2-0 days. We saw a lot.
And we started seeing it even getting banned out in a few of those series as one of the key heroes.
You think it's just those buffs, or is it like how the pace of the game is, that she is like an active hero with an escape mechanism? It just kind of all adds up into one, or?
Probably all adds up, but I think like when you just see that many buffs over 5 or 6 patches, because it's one of those heroes that everyone just had in this tier of heroes that's unpickable. It's like, this is one of the garbage mates. You just don't run pick Quap unless you want to lose, but you get enough buffs over many patches and suddenly the hero's good. It's kind of, I think, similar to Weaver, where Weaver's just had a few small buffs to like the Shikuchi mana cost, and like the mana regen.
Yeah, the mana regen.
You can use more Shikuchis, you can be more active, you're just more of a playmaker because of that. So I think with some buffs, these heroes just suddenly become viable.
So Seeker wants to take note, they do go with that off-laner. Still, all the big ones in the pool. Yesterday, I think we saw 8 of the first bans actually ended up in that Cyber Legacy game, all being off-laners, and they got the Void Spirit.
Typically, the counter to Pango, it's so annoying to play Pango against this hero. And it's because when you start rolling your ball, the animation, if you're even like close to him at all, your Aether Remnant will always hit. It's essentially a free setup for your Aether Remnant. Your Aether Remnant will hit before his ball can go off, and you can burst him down pretty easily. It's really hard for him to ball on top of you too, because you have so many different escape mechanisms.
A lot of mobility, yeah. Alright, in this one, obviously, we've seen it in multiple roles as well, but probably either going to be that off-lane or that middle.
Yeah, we saw EG tried at the summit as a carry for RTZ. I think that was against us too, and it went terribly.
Yeah, they had it a few games. I think they were trying to flex it between mid and safe lane, like where if they pick it mid and if it got a bad matchup, they'd send it safe lane, but this hero does not seem suited to be a carry.
No, it just doesn't scale as hard, and you want him to rotate anyways. Like, I think he'll do it in a pinch if, for whatever reason, like, you're absolutely desperate, but I don't think it's your first option.
Yeah. Just runs out of damage, right, I think is the main thing. At a certain point, it feels like, oh, I don't do too much more. I've been seeing the Octarine Deso build in pubs. Not sure about that one.
I don't think any build, any like core hero build should involve Octarine. That's just like not a.
Where it's like you need it to be a good hero. Yeah.
I don't think there's any hero build where you think, I want to go to the Octarine build.
That's the first step with the griefing.
Yeah. I wasn't Ember. Yeah, he was getting Octarine for a bit there with the spell damage build, and it was kind of you almost needed it. I mean, probably why it fell off.
They're going for the spirit draft.
Dude, they have all three. Oh my
Storm
god.
will. Are they
actually are. You have to ban it.
If they're getting Storm, I think they would actually be memeing.
Yeah.
Yes.
If they went Storm, like they did Ember carry, Storm mid, Void off lane, or Spirit 4, I think they'd be memeing a little bit.
Yeah, right now, there's reason to pick these three heroes, but if they've got the fourth Spirit...
Yeah, I think Storm with his like 30% win rate.
But do you have to? You don't want to lose to the meme, right? Do you actually have to? You have to ban it. What if you lose to it?
They're picking the spirits against Team Spirit.
Okay.
All right, it's a free meepo.
Oh, you're right. I didn't think about that. It's Team Spirit. They're definitely meming.
So the one thing is that for whatever reason, all the spirits get countered by meepo.
Yeah.
I don't know why Ice Rock decided this mechanic would exist in Dota.
But gotcha.
But it's impossible to play all the spirits against meepo.
Look, they're doing it. They're going Storm.
It's free. It's a free matchup for Ember. It's a free matchup like meepo versus Ember. I tried meepo or Void Spirit versus meepo. Don't ever do that.
Okay.
I think he's good against Earth Spirit because he can't roll, and he's definitely good against Storm.
Yeah, you just get one net on him, and you dead.
They're still doing it well.
I don't know.
If you pick Storm, all right. If they pick Storm into this, 100% this was like a planned troll.
Yeah.
And if they don't pick, maybe it was still because I can see why they picked Earth Spirit, and I can see why they picked Void Spirit, and Ember Spirit's like considered
hero.
Yeah, it's like top 3 hero right now. But if they pick the Storm, this was 100%.
Yeah. Currently viable draft.
Yeah.
Serious. It still looks like a serious draft right now.
Maybe it's just coincidence. You don't know.
Yeah. Is there a Blitz being like in the room and stuff? Would you notice something like that if you're Team Spirit? In all honesty, do you just like see
probably.
that?
I think by the third one,
you're just like, oh.
Who's asking to pick Storm? Who's leading the call to be like, let's go full Spirit right now? Which of these?
Matama Man probably.
Yeah.
I think he would probably think it's really funny. But I think Team Spirit, that's part of the reason why they're willing to just take the meepo, because I think they caught on. And they said, well, if you want to take all 4 spirits, we'll counter all 4 spirits instantly.
Yeah.
Like 1 meepo for each spirit.
Can the spirits even deal with 1 meepo, let alone...
It's true. I just imagine a world in which they get net together, and they'll die like brothers.
All 4 spirits all go down to 1 net.
It's never been done in a competitive Dota game, I don't think, the 4 spirits on 1 team.
I don't believe so. They didn't snap it, so it makes me think they're not going for it.
It's a good call. It was because of Team Spirit versus...
God.
I have to imagine there's something going through Puppy's head where he's really considering doing it against the meepo, but there's a bigger part of his brain that's like, this is a really bad idea. Like, we could just go for a game 3.
Do it for the fans. Pick the Storm.
There's no way that I would ever advocate picking Storm into meepo Lifestealer, but I'm 100% down to see it.
Well, it looks like they're thinking about it. Do they want to do it? Or maybe they did just like all 3 of these heroes without it. Who knows?
Also,
Well, we might ask
like, there's a lot of like anti-mobility here that...
Yo, just chill. Don't be a downer, Will.
It's true.
I got no more draft analysis other than Storm Spirit.
Spirit
Sorry.
pick, you're good.
That's it for me. No other prediction.
I literally can't think of anything else now because I'm just...
Do they need a mid, a carry, an offlaner? I don't know. They just need a Storm.
I don't know. Can't you just pick like Dusa and like pop your Stone Gaze, run in?
Sure.
They won't do it. They won't do it.
I don't think they'll do it either. I feel they would have picked it if they would have done it already. The fact they're actually thinking.
That's true.
But maybe they're just buying some time to figure out how they're going to win the game with it. They're like, well, if everything goes perfect in this, here, there, and there, maybe. Because we are down to the 10-second
Blue
mark.
Man, I can't hear his voice. I'm going to look away, and I'm just going to hear the sound cue.
It's not. Wait, it is not.
Nice. I know the sound cue because he goes, oh. He's...
Okay, so possibly a little bit of memery, but they bring it back on track. Is this a really good Morphling game? Is it? You get the free rage, obviously, from Lifestealer, but...
Yeah, it's pretty good Morphling game.
Okay.
They needed something I think to balance out this draft.
The Spirits versus Meepo. Zai's playing Ember, by the way. We're seeing offline Ember.
Offline Ember. So it looks like it might be carry voice rate, which actually lends more credence to the idea that it was most likely going to be the Quad Spirits until...
and then they were like, let's not lose.
Until the Meepo showed up, I think it was going to be, judging by who's playing what.
We can ask them if they end up winning the series.
Yeah, the Spirits against Team Spirit.
Yeah.
All right, who do you guys have taking it, though? Do you like the more, steady draft from Spirit? You got the Pango, or are you looking at the three Spirits and this kind of greedy Morphling?
When Secret Game won, I think this time around I'm going to have to go Team Spirit. This is such a good Meepo game. Ergon's been fantastic all tournament long. Even last game in their loss, his DK looked fantastic, so Team Spirit.
Yeah, I think it's everything that I know about Dota. I think Meepo is still very good against Morphling because you can't waveform out. I would have to imagine in my mind that it's still Team Spirit favored, so I will go with them once again.
Okay, we'll see. Game number 2, Team Secret versus Team Spirit. We've got a Morphling on one side. We've got an amazing Meepo game on the other side. Who will take it? Well, you'll have to see with our casters, Cap and BSJ.
The dream is dead. We will not be having a 4-Spirit team against Team Spirits. Only the 3, BSJ.
I think myself and everyone watching is equally disappointed in the lack of conviction coming out from Secret in draft number 2. But,
I mean, this is Puppy's fault. You know, if Yapsor or Matungman was drafting, they were definitely calling for Storm Spirit.
They were in that deliberation phase of, do we want to win the game or do we want to pick Storm Spirit? And it seems like people still believe in the Team Spirit, the Team of Spirits, excuse me, when it comes down to the odds. And I just think that Morphling is, on paper, waveform you can't get out of the net. But I've seen Morphling mid against Meepo, and it usually free farms, and it puts a lot of pressure on the tower. I think any mid laner that's hard for Meepo to kill and threatens this tower will most likely take the tower sometime in the first 7 to 8 minutes, and then turn that into early pressure on the Meepo. So that's what I'm going to be keeping an eye out for, and if they manage to do that, I think Team Secret's draft will do great. But obviously, if Meepo gets off to the start that he dreams of, then all the spirits are countered by Meepo. So Team Spirit has countered themselves with Meepo.
Fair enough, and it's a pretty good Meepo player, too.
He's okay.
He's alright. He's platinum.
Yeah, if he was legit, he'd be the master class.
So how do you deal with so Meepo's going to go off in jungle at some point in time, Morphling's going to pressure that tower, then the natural recourse is somebody from Team Spirit has to take over the mid lane, right?
Yeah, the thing is that it's probably going to be Grim, right? But or maybe even Ogre will come assist as well. But Morphling, he doesn't actually mind tanking tower just because he's got really high armor at that stage in the game.
Yeah.
With if you include the agility he gets from attribute shift, plus his agility gain of 4.5, plus if he morphs his strength fully to agi, he has 7.3 agi gain per level. So at that point, he's going to be hitting real hard, and that's why Morphling just does naturally so much damage to towers. And I personally think Blitz is wrong about how favored this matchup is. Like, I think in theory, it goes one way, and in practicality, it goes the other. And it's funny how many things in Dota work like that, but curious to see how it plays out, because if there's anyone to find out about if Meepo is favored in a game matchup, it's from somebody as good as Aragon at the hero. As we see bottom, already a tussle.
Immersion being chased down here. A matchup then, in theory, should be fine for the Grimstroke double melee heroes, but perhaps Team Secret in practice will be able to upset that.
I see what you did there.
What's our top lane? We've got Oracle sitting with Zai, and Zai is going to be forced to TP out here.
TP did his own tier 1. Salves up. Not ideal, obviously, but much better than having to TP back to base this early on in the game. Puppy's got a Basilius, so they're able to spam a decent amount of spells. Bottom does use his, or top, I mean, he does use his nuke to get that range creep. one of the best buffs about Oracle in the recent past was the level 1 damage on Fortune's End. It used to be 90, and now it's 120, so it's just way better at securing range creeps. Pretty much made the hero viable.
Yeah. And that's the reason that they have Puppy here in this top lane rather than bottom where Yapsor is sitting and, well, dying.
Yeah,
So
imagine
gives up
trying to
first
secure a range creep with Ember and Earth Spirit.
Yeah, that sounds pretty bad.
On the other hand, Matumbaman has a pretty reliable way in the Void Spirit to be able to secure range creeps. And the Meepo not getting his ult till level 4 now. I'd have to ask an actual Meepo player how much that matters, but right now I'd imagine he'd like to be sending a Meepo to the jungle, potentially farming 2 things at once, potentially stacking, and he's not doing that just yet. His bottom, we have another engagement with the disarm coming out from Old A. Is it Old A?
His actual, like, I don't know if he's transitioning into Old A, but his original name is Afterlife.
Oh, that's Afterlife?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, the most veteran of all the players on Team Spirit, I believe.
Oh yeah, that's a household name in the CIS region.
Yeah, he was on one of his first teams was the Dream Team 168 back in 2014.
Was he also on the J27468?
J178? No.
No? Okay.
I don't think he was ever on that.
As bottom, Immersion might actually be going down. It was a really nice roll into kick from Yapsor, and then followed up by the Ether Remnant from Matumbaman since he was so slow on the Grimstroke. And yeah, I guess Grimstroke, even though he's ranged against 2 melees and he's got like nukes that punish melee heroes, they've got 2 gap closers.
Yeah. You just have to watch out for that roll-in.
Yeah, the roll in to pull you in. As top, Zai is taking a lot of damage as he does fly himself another salve and a Wraith Band. So just trying to make himself trade just a bit better. As we are see the mid lane is a free farm fest for both heroes, it appears.
It seems like overall this is better for Team Spirit, though, right? Like, maybe Nisha's getting the most CS out of this, but everywhere else, both side lanes seem to be doing pretty well.
It's what happens for Morphling between like 7 to 12 minutes.
Zai didn't get the chains under Duraccio, so he will die here.
It really is for me. Like, I think Morphling needs these early levels. He needs that morbid mass that he's flying out to himself so that he's always topped off.
Okay.
And then once that happens, like, the pressure's going to come fast and it's going to come very early. So I'm definitely going to look to see if Yapsor elects to rotate to Nisha sometime around 7 minutes. It might even be earlier with the catapult because Meepo just hates having people at his tower like that. But both mid laners just playing the efficiency game right now. Even Nisha took time to kill 1.5, it looks like, jungle creeps. Really pushing his limits there, even using his waveform to make sure he's getting as much farm as possible. If you're wondering how to maximize your farm in the mid lane, this would be a great replay to watch what Nisha's going to be doing.
Oh, we blocked him, and he's actually blocked into the side there. Afterlife was not tanky enough to stand there.
Was that completely calculated, you think? Was that like...
I don't think that was completely calculated.
Okay.
I think he meant to block the boulder for sure, but...
To get him trapped there?
Get him trapped there, that would be another level of genius.
Yeah, Matumbaman seems just dead set on continuously going aggressive on immersion here. I think that's a great way to play any matchup where if both players are not aggressive, usually that will naturally favor like the ranged heroes, the long range nukes, all that kind of stuff. There's heroes that just more naturally trade. So when I watch better, like really good laners like Matumbaman, when they play against these heroes, they just try to go on them as much as possible. As this time around, they're going on him.
He actually leveled Dissimulate there, but doesn't actually get it off in time. And now he's going to be taking so much damage. He's going to pop the Dissimulate now, and he'll get back to safety, but still pretty hurt.
That was a really nice kick from Yapsor where he lined it up so that he hit both of them and dissuaded them from continuing after Matumbaman got that Dissimulate off, as you said. Does go for the... Oh, nice juke out from Immersion. I'd say he kind of just had to throw it out, and Immersion kind of had to guess which way it was going to face, and kind of just both players doing what they needed to do there as... Let's see.
Surprise gank, perhaps. The Lifestealer no longer really needs the help, so... Nisha teleports down to this bottom lane.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Now, can they actually kill him? With a level of Dissimulate, Matumbaman may
if he uses his Resonant Pulse, maybe. He has no mana now. He only has one stick charge. He would need 2 more, or 1 more.
Kick goes out. Afterlife is going to try and chase after him. Doesn't hit the Swashbuckle. He does manage to get the wand charges. Pop the Dissimulate. Now Puppy's going to show up, and all of a sudden, Afterlife's the one in trouble. The roll-in doesn't actually nail him, though, and Afterlife healed himself up with a magic wand, so he's going to be pretty okay. Yapster and Man, though, both got away from that gank successfully.
Okay, 7-minute mark online. Will Nisha listen to me? And by listen to me, I mean me.
Hero, the creep wave managed to go into the tower range. So they just got a lot of damage on that tier 1.
Every little bit matters. Man is level 6 now. There's a nice little dire ward here to scout that out as well. But Misha might be in some trouble. Gets Fortune's ended up into the Remnant follow-up, into the kick. And he's not even going to use the Rolling Boulder on Yapzor as they smack him down. And does get the deny on the range creep from Afterlife. But Man says, that was my range creep, sir. And going for the aggressive... Oh, I thought that was actually targeted at Man. But instead, he is going for the Vlad's first item on Afterlife. Pretty standard off-lane Pango things. Just the item that... It does everything you need. It gives you mana regen, gives you health sustain, makes you contribute to team fights, so it helps you farm and it helps you contribute.
And he doesn't really need to be a damage dealer in this game, right? He's got life stealer, most importantly, he's got Meepo.
Meepo's an alchemist type hero, in which the case is if there's a Meepo in the game, it's a Meepo game. You know, like, that's just how it is. Everything on both teams needs to be predicated on enabling the Meepo on one side and disabling him on the other.
He already took a stroke of fate damage. His next spirit is going to go out. He will manage to dodge
that
stun,
though.
but he's out of mana now. He has enough for one slight, and that's it. Illusion comes over, but not enough to save him. Duraccio claiming that kill. Good gank by Immersion.
Huh. So Nisha's going the complete opposite route this game than what I've grown used to seeing with Morphlings. He's actually just out farming the Meepo. He has 122 CS at 10 minutes. Obviously, a lot of like golems and stuff from the medium camp, but that is still pretty ludicrous if you ask me. Double damage rune bottom.
Oh, this could be interesting. Who's going to get there? Nisha makes the waveform.
He could just hit the tower with that.
DD, and yeah, why not?
Oh, he sees Afterlife. But no, you get so much value damage on this tower with a DD Morphling, because you can tank up some of the hits, and then, oh my god, he's even trading the lifesteal with the tower. I love this. And they even rotate to him now. So instead of going for the earlier push, they elect to wait for the 10-minute catapult, and his DD is just absolutely free. I think they would have done this anyways, but it just goes twice as fast because of that double damage rune. He was hitting for 380, by the way, if you were curious.
Yeah.
Puppy's level 6 bottom. Looks like Deraccio's getting everything he wants out of top, going for that.
Oh no, Immersion! He's still at the double damage. You can't play over that side of the map.
No.
He just ran into him. Meanwhile, Man does manage to kill that courier top lane, Duraccio and Misha. Trying to put some pressure on some towers of their own here.
I love watching Secret and what they do to defend towers. They always bring the very minimum amount of heroes that are required, and it's usually the most useless heroes. I'm not trying to say anything mean about Puppy here, but you want to keep Earthspear with the Morphling so he's a kill threat, right? So he's going to be playing with Morphling, while Puppy, he's just a save. And Nisha is not afraid right now. If Nisha was afraid of dying, then it could have been the opposite way, right? Maybe Earthspear wouldn't help the Ember. But their distribution of resources on the map is just really cool and something that a lot of supports can learn from. And Team Spirit trying to get a nice trade out of here, which they are going to. But notice how Team Spirit has to bring 4 heroes to take a tower, while Secret took 2, and they take the tower.
And they can, they had to actually back off. Now they're going to be very farm inefficient with them all being grouped up on one side of the map like this.
That's like a perfect example of what is why Secret is always up in net worth, even though it looks like nothing's happening in the game. And bottom, Afterlife might be in some trouble. Man just going to act all innocent here.
Catch somebody, but Nisha's taking a lot of damage. Rolling Thunder's going to come on through, keeping him chain stunned for a little bit longer, bouncing off the wall, hitting him one more time with the Fire Blast going off as well. He's morphing strength, but it's not good enough. They get
very
a big
nice
kill
play.
on Nisha.
Puppy, meanwhile, top is getting ran at, and Duraccio should be able to get this tower because of it. So really good movement. Oh no,
he doesn't have range, and he doesn't have an infest target. He's surrounded by all these magic damage dealers with no out.
Just as I was saying, that was all going to be so good for Team Spirit, and I was going to give them some praise. Suddenly, Duraccio just Caplaccios, I believe would be the proper terminology there, Cap.
It's pretty good onomatopoeia for it.
Thank you.
5-5. Net worth is pretty even, but Secret continue their pressure around the map. Now taking top lane. Team Spirit will mirror by pushing bottom.
Meepo's going for the E-Blade Rush. Already has the Eagle Song. He's only 80 gold away. So that's going to be a 13-minute E-Blade with the triple Wraith Band. So he's feeling good. And both teams going to get a Tier 1 tower. Look at that. Just nobody farming the mid-wave. That's just somebody's pinging it now. So it looks like they want somebody on Team Secret to Or no, it looks like that was Misha that actually pinged it out, saying there's nobody farming here. That means they're all top.
It's just so unfair. I'm watching Nisha, and he's just like... I just hate watching Morphling's farm, because it just looks so easy.
Yeah.
You know, you get a Morbid Mask, and you hit these towers like he did, you know, he hits Ancient Creeps, like, what can Morphling not farm?
Yeah, he's got 29 armor at this stage in the game, as that was an ogre.
Yeah.
Just gets Searing Changed into death. And Nisha's going to have that Manta very soon, so that's going to be really important to get out of that Meepo
They
net.
found a Meepo here, but he's protected by all of his team. Maybe this isn't the fight they wanted. A Soulblind, a double silence out too, with the Rolling Thunder crashing through onto all of them.
Oh my god.
They just blew up the Morphling with that E-Blade, and an Ultra kill for Urgon. What a misstep by Team Secret. They thought that was a Meepo by himself.
The Vlads from Pango, plus the Ransack from Meepo, double damage on Lifestealer.
A lucky shot proc as well would do wonders for them.
I think they would have won that fight on Secret if they just had a Storm Spirit instead of Morphling. I think that was honestly the main issue.
Could be true. Maybe they could have gotten that the Spirit synergy, Underlord style.
Delta Slam.
Silence goes out, but not before the roll away from
They're
Yapsor.
going to chase, though. Double damage Lifestealer. He's beefy.
A multicast onto Matamba Man slows him down. He's going to throw out one of those Ether Remnants to try and protect himself.
Lags, they say. Or semicolon ags.
Ags and lags. Fits together. So Puppy is already dead. This should be the mid-tower going down.
I kind of figured this game was going to be decided by whatever between Meepo and Morphling died first, because if Morphling is unkillable to Meepo, he kind of shreds Meepo. But on the other hand, you're seeing here, like, Pango, such huge impact in this fight, with the 3-man rolling boulder through them, and the game is resumed as I was like, everyone is chilling around the campfire, singing their campfire song, and I was wondering what they were doing there, but that answers my question.
Yeah, unfortunate, because there was a 4-second cooldown on Yapsor's roll. And then they just lost like 3 seconds of that.
Do you think that's bad mannered of Yapsor to utilize his spell and get out?
You don't know.
True. They're all just gathering around the campfire.
It's like when I try and be a good person in pubs. When I know someone that is blatantly DC'd, I probably about 50 to 75% of the time will pause for them.
Okay.
But I will get some shots in first.
Okay.
You know, I want to make sure they're not just looking away.
You know, I talk about where if you get kills, it's all about the objectives you get with the kills, right?
Uh-huh.
So I look at it differently and say, well, this guy's DC'd. Maybe he deserves to die, but I'm not going to take his mid tower for it. That's like game ruining, you know?
He deserves to die.
So maybe, you know, this will remind him to get better internet, but then it won't make him lose the game guaranteed. You know what I'm
Listen
saying?
to this rich streamer, just have better internet, lol. You deserve to lose the Dota game for being poor.
Hey man, maybe he could afford the upgrade and he's busy spending it on lattes or whatever boomers usually try to say. As they all come
avocado
back.
toast.
Yeah, the
Too
avocado
much
toast.
avocado toast, couldn't afford good internet.
We got 3 of them back. That's 60% of the way there.
Who knows? Maybe he's using that money on worse vices. And you are trying to encourage him away from those vices.
That's true. That's true. It's just like keeping the children busy at the playground, you know? Just making sure they don't get into any trouble.
Shout out to our lovely observer, Pop-Tart, who's been doing wonderful work for us I was going to say week-long, but it's been almost all month long.
I will never praise Pop-Tart after he griefed me in Settlers yesterday. And looks like he has come back.
100% of their win condition was disconnected.
That's true. And he is absolutely poised in position to get that done. Except for the fact that they need a team speak. Okay, we're good now.
What?
What?
Alright, Yapsor. He's ready to go. Team Spirit's ready to go. They're ready to take that mid-tower, but their creep wave has been cut away by Zai. Not that it matters to a Meepo, because Meepo, similar to Morphling, has his own little tricks to tank and take towers.
Queuing up that Scotty, massing up the stats is Urgon. And Team Spirit, I don't think the Spirit team has enough damage at this point to bring down Aragon from Team Spirit, as Team Spirit does elect to hit the mid-tier 2, and Ember Spirit bottom picks up both runes, while Void Spirit is pushing out the bottom lane.
And what fix that, Brian, is mage synergy.
It's true. They need to amp up that magic damage.
I like how Team Spirit recognizes the superior position they're in right now and is taking everything away from Secret that they can. They just marched down middle, they took that tier 2 as well. They're going to go back up to top lane, take some of those objectives. Immersion was run down by Yapsor here. Yapsor tries to reconnect that boulder to re-up the magnetize, but misses. And now, if he's not careful, he may get caught by Team Spirit. Immersion's going to go back in as the rest of his team is pushing forward to try and sandwich Yapsor. Doesn't have the kick, but he does have a roll. If Immersion could get in front of him, they would have gotten the kill. Sadly, no such luck.
But the map is slowly but surely getting constricted. Team Spirit is going to do their best to corral Team Secret into their base, but you're going to probably just see a delta split from Team Secret on the map, as you see one cutting mid, one farming the opponent's Ancients, and I guess the rest of them are just forced to sit in base right now, as Team Spirit can do really whatever the hell they want.
I noticed that about these really good teams like Secret, is that when they are behind like this, and their map is getting smaller, they will do everything they can to stay on the enemy side of the map.
Yeah, naturally, Team Spirit, their objective is on your side of the map. So if you're trying to dodge fights, the best place to go is away from their objective, which happens to be the opposite side.
Unless the enemy team is strong enough to just force it to the high ground, in which case you may be forced to defend.
You want to bring minimal heroes, though, and that's what they're doing, is they're leaving Ember Spirit to cut the top wave, and now he's TPing back to base, so they may look to try to fight, or just make sure they get Team Spirit out of their face.
Team Spirit get up to the high ground, seems unlikely. See a bunch of scribbling on the map by Misha. He's saying, somebody should push that out. Where's my Meepo? Where's my brilliant split-pushing Meepo? They're going to stay on this high ground area, though. They're going to pop out the Soul Bind. The chains does go out onto 2. A Silence is going to chase down the Ember Spirits, but oh, Pango. He actually gets caught by the Ether Remnant, but Men wasn't able to exercise enough damage to get that kill. Trying to get something onto Duraccio. Duraccio still has his
chains
infest, so he's going to be okay.
Or on the Lifestealer.
Immersion will manage to carry the Lifestealer away. Oh, hopped over side there for a second. They're just trying to retreat for now. A buyback onto Misha, though. He was ready for an engagement. It seems like Team Spirit were not totally on the same page of what they wanted there. It's a bit understandable, though, just because they still have that Aegis on the Meepo, but he is also very close to Scotty. Maybe he just wants to keep farming that.
Yeah, he's really close. As Matama Man goes for the Deso, so he clearly believes that the damage is the issue from the Void Spirit.
This will help amp up other people's damage as well when he just astral steps through them. Applies that Deso debuff, and maybe Nisha and Zai can output some more damage as a result. 20-minute bounty runes are coming up, but if you're Team Spirit, you'd like to be able to use this Aegis, I'm sure, for some sort of fight.
They've gotten all the outer tier towers that really matter. Bottom tower kind of just happens. It just naturally gets pressured in, but since they elected to invade the triangle of Secret, like the whole map kind of got reversed, where Team Secret was primarily playing bottom, and Team Spirit was obviously occupying the top half. So you can see where Team Spirit... or Team Secret is trying to get Team Spirit out of based on their wards. Look at these Radiant wards in the top half of the map. There's literally 4 of them there. So I think that's really setting up for the next Roche, potentially, because that'll be about when it's spawning by the time those wards are going to be expired. So they're really going all in on Secret to just prevent that second Roche, I believe, because at this point, I think Team Spirit realizes that the outer tier towers is the prize they are able to claim with this first one.
You said that bottom tower is going to be naturally taken. That will happen here, as long as Duraccio doesn't meet an early end in the mid lane. In fact, he's going to use that infest. Thought about going for Puppy. Another push through bottom. Puppy is gone on by Duraccio. He just kind of pokes at him. Urgon doing something similar to this tower, but it's a lot of poking! There's so many Meepos that the pokes have led to over 1,000 damage done to that tier 3.
It's crazy how fast towers melt a Meepo.
And at the same time, you can't rely on split pushing. What a sleight of fist. So important for Zai there to be able to dodge that initial net.
That's the avocado toast coming into play.
Got his morning grains and morning fruits. Did you know avocado is a fruit?
I did know that.
I did not. Learned that from Blitz recently.
Blitz does know his fruits and vegetables. A Chipotle connoisseur of sorts as well.
Yes, you two have certainly bonded over that.
This is the only real job I really ever had, Cap. Real jobs in 2020, they're overrated, you know?
Yeah, if you can get a job like ours, pretty fortunate in life.
Yeah, I'm not complaining. Except for maybe...
Except for all the times you complain.
Except for all the times I complain. Oh, Meepo could have gone on the midway. That was useful. Oh my god.
The Aegis is gone and Mega
He
kill streak taken
evaporated.
away. Now they're going to roll in onto Yapzor Immersion. He's going to be caught out here, but they're going to try and fight back. Pango does have to the Inkswell on him. He's going to get off the Rolling Thunder, but has to roll away from Nisha, who does so much damage. Jirachu's certainly feeling that right now. The Essence Ring is not going to be enough to save him just like that. Secret, they've lulled Team Spirit into a false sense of security and slap them down.
Matama
real
Man
hard.
using his own mentality against the opponent. In his interview the other day, he said, as I hit more creeps, my brain deteriorates and I do stupid stuff, basically. And that is exactly what happened to Aragon, I think. He's been hitting creeps and towers for the last 15 minutes. Suddenly, Team Secret says, no more, sir. As Nisha, whoa. Gotta be a bit careful there. Morbid Mask is not in the inventory, so he is not regenning up. They do give him the urn charge. How funny of a death would that have been? That would have been like game-losing stuff. And suddenly, as Team Spirit looked so dominant in the first, or like in the last 10 minutes, they just lose a Rax at 21 minutes in the game with a net worth advantage.
You got to be pretty fearful if you're Team Spirit now. Your Meepo just died so quickly.
Yeah, look at all the items on Team Secret. We have Maelstrom, we have Deso, we have E-Blade, all damage. And
We'll
it's
watch
showing
that
itself
expanded here. It's just one Meepo by itself. It's so easy to target it with a Morphling.
If they waited a second longer, I don't think that works. And that's like the crazy part about Dota. Just a game of seconds and inches as now that there's no Meepo, they're just not afraid of anything. And Duraccio joins his comrade in the grave, but definitely going to be looking out for the next Roche. Both teams are going to be thinking about it. Invis Zai going to do some scouting, and we should be seeing at least 8 to 9 heroes on the top half of the map in the vicinity of Roche, and that's now a smoke up from Team Spirit. Who do they really kill, though? Almost surprised that the Meepo didn't decide for a sheep, because even though he has this blink, the Spirits theoretically could all react to him before he nets them, whether that's in the silence of the Earth Spirit or the actual mobility spells of the other two spirits.
You can't really go for the Morphling, because I presume Puppy's play from here on out is just to sit behind Nisha, just in case.
And he's actually going for the Ags on Matama Man, so he's going the Deso. Oh, he has the Grove Bow too. That's super value. Every target he hits with his ult will take an extra 12% magic resist or damage.
And that silence on all those Meepos is going to be very disruptive and maybe even devastating for the little guy. 9 to 10, Secret currently
They
set
see
up
him.
right
They have a
now.
ward. Wait, what?
That is, I think
How does he
he's
know
just
they're
scouting.
there?
Yeah.
Is he just actually concerned they're there? That's
Yeah.
pretty next level. I guess by process of elimination, they're not showing anywhere else on the map, so they're either sitting in base or they're hunting you. And it's really cool to watch that kind of mind game action going on, where even though he has no idea that they're actually there, he has no proof that they're not there, Cap. So might as well check.
The absence of knowledge is knowledge itself.
Well said, sir. Well said. And Nisha queuing up the butterfly, so he's in full man mode. Just wants to fight back against the Meepo, assuming he's going to get netted. Assuming he's probably going to be able to morph into the Lifestealer and get that free BKB. So all he needs to do is dish out that burst damage on the supports from the E-Blade, maybe even burst down the Meepo. But they're actually just playing on the bottom half of the map right now from Team Secret, and they apparently don't want to fight this because of the Pangolier at the Roche pit. And in return for this Roche, they're going to pressure the bottom tier 3, but is that enough? No. I think they were kind of banking on the fact
that the Roche wasn't up quite yet. Maybe they were going to force Team Spirit back to base, and that was going to allow them to take over the Roche side of the map. And obviously, that did not work out in the end. But I'm assuming that's what they were going for. It makes sense if they were. If not, honestly, I think not too long. I think third Aegis is the absolute be-all, end-all time that they can in this game. I don't think they can win past that.
Because just look at the items raining in for this Morphling, who now has a Titan Sliver on top of the Butterfly.
Oh,
he just
that's
picked
huge.
up.
And once he gets Satanic, this Aegis is huge. If they get Elena Rax, it'd be even better. But look at that damage.
It is so quick and fast. This one Meepo is still somehow staying alive. The lifesteal's actually healing him up. Now the Soulbite. Oh, Nisha's been caught. The Rolling Thunder on through. They do have the save from Puppy. That'll help the Morphling something, but he is still taking so much damage. He turns around, tries to finish off that one Meepo. Does finally manage to do it.
He's still
Goes
alive.
down to about half health, though. Has another E-Blade shot coming up, too. Urgot back into it. Tries to go through the snare. Going for Zai right now, but what about that Morphling? He just jumped into the enemy. He's going to come in. He may have a buyback, though, and that's probably what he's playing
does not
He's
have
just trying to
buyback.
finish it up, but Urgot's getting low. The one Meepo, it's so low, but the lifesteal, the ransack, it's keeping him alive until the last burst
Let's
damage
be
comes
very
in from
clear.
Zai.
Nisha did not have buyback that entire time. So
He just manned up like that.
yeah, I said he's going full man mode. Like that's all his items say. Like that, and he even took the swashbuckle from Pangolier and got a few disarms during that. So that's a very unique use of morph there. I almost assumed he was always going to go into the lifestealer, but looking for immersion, they saw him retreating this path with their ward in the river. That's a dire ward, but the Radiant ward did see him going that way. So really good, just sense of urgency coming out from Seeker to chase for even more and really bursting down that Meepo's first life in a non-committal way. And suddenly you look like Nisha, right? They're wailing on him for what, 10 seconds in a row during the entire duration of this Oracle ulti. He's not hitting anybody, so he's not life-stealing back or anything. He is simply getting healed up by the Oracle,
Back
and
into the
he
game,
lives.
Soulbind, double silence, double open wounds as well, with the Inkswell on top of them. Rolling
Double
Thunder,
Ogre
that's
stun.
going to be able to double stun them until another round of Rolling Thunder hits them both. They do have the save from the
Oracle's
Oracle.
dead.
That went out onto Nisha, but the Oracle now being dead, Nisha being chased away.
He has no TP. It's
Matama
cooldown.
Man, he's dead. They need to be able to slow down Nisha, though. Nisha, another waveform is coming up. He's going into the trees. He hops over the cliff. He gets to the other
He has
side,
no
but
buyback.
he's met by Urgot, the Meepo. He trapped him. And it will be enough to bring him down. No buyback available
Quick
there
shove
for
lanes.
two
Yapsor,
different
run top.
heroes.
Run top, Yapsor. He knows that lane is all that matters, and he is bolting for the bounty rune plus the lane, I think. Is he? Or that lane just doesn't matter at all? He cares about the real rune. Wow. That's greedy.
Yeah, I mean, if you gave up with double damage, right?
That's true. It's true. Could be game ending.
That could be game ending.
But he might even ult this creep wave, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, they do have the mid wave. It's not too far behind.
Yeah, he does. He ults it.
He ults it
Completely
just to try and
worth.
clean it.
Completely worth. Are they going to protect their creeps?
Oh, that one melee creep, save it!
Catapult!
Disarm! 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 No!
Oh, wait, the mid wave's coming, though.
That's what I said.
I didn't hear you because I don't listen anymore. Repair
No,
kit
no,
is
they
out.
have a repair kit! Oh!
But they do
okay.
so much damage.
They're going to take it real quickly. They still have a glyph, though. That is still significant.
They also have the
slow them
Orb of
down.
Destruction on Lifestealer with the Deso, so
Oh, that helps.
these towers get shredded.
Another repair kit used on the melee barracks.
All things
Fortunately,
considered,
Meepo
that
does
could
so
be way
much
worse for losing 2 cores without buyback.
They have to make sure they don't get caught here, though. I mean, Matama Man, he's going to make sure that they don't get away so easily. One Astral Step
Okay,
in,
product.
has another Resonant Pulse. So even if they try and jump away on
They're
the
just
Meepo,
keeping him here until Morph's alive.
here comes the Rolling Thunder. He's going to try and push everybody back so the Meepo can get out. The Aether Remnant didn't grab him. It was close. It was real close. And if he did grab him there, the Meepo might just end up dying, but...
Basher on Lifestealer, that's pretty big. Once it gets that Abyssal, Oracle should just die instantly at the start of every fight. There's no save for the Oracle itself through BKB. Like, if he's a raged Lifestealer, you're not stopping him from hitting the Oracle.
Respect for Team Spirit to recognize what Secret was trying to do there.
Absolutely.
And willing to blow, like Rolling Thunder, everyone escapes pretty cleanly.
Puppy is rich, though, on this 5-position Oracle. He has
Oh, jeez.
4-staff Ether Lens, a Telescope, and the 150 cast range talent from his level 15. So he has a lot of room to position. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, it's what, an extra 525 cast range?
Quick maths? I wasn't doing it. So you got
Something like that,
we got 125, we got 250. Yes, that is exactly 525 cap. You've done your homework.
Nice. Nice.
As Matama has
I
the
took
mind
home
breaker.
that table of multiples.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah. Remember those back in
I
like third
do.
grade?
I remember whenever we did one, we all had our own ice cream scoop, and if you finished like the 5 times multi-tables or whatever, you'd add the 5 scoop of ice cream on there.
Wow.
And you had this nice, beautiful sundae at the end of it. As Matama running in.
They're going to be found a little bit isolated, a little bit separated here. They do get the silence out, but it's not enough to stop Duraccio. Duraccio needs an infest target, though, to be able to heal back up. Misha's going to be next target. He gets shotgun down, but so does Yapzor. Ergon, he popped out. Now they managed to get the scythe onto Nisha. Nisha going to be saved by Puppy once again.
Duraccio.
He's going to bounce back and forth. Duraccio already took out Matumba Man. Nisha, they're going to still try and chase him down. He turns into a life stealer and rages away. Puppy, spotted, and a net to be able to catch him. No chance to TP away this time. 3 heroes down, 2 of which have buyback. Roshan is up in 50 seconds.
Wow, so I even went Battle Fury. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea against this meatball. Right?
Yeah, I'm a pretty huge non-believer in Ember Spirit Battle Fury, but if I had to go for it one game, it would probably be against the meatball.
Yeah.
That is probably the only time it's reasonable. And once it gets to level 20, that Sleight of Fist hero damage will be quite nice to amp up that. I think he also realizes he has to cut a lot of waves, which is helping him do that really well. But Team Spirit, they're already at your bottom racks again. This might just be another lane down. As Nisha morphs again into the Life Stealer.
Oh, silence! Gotta be careful! Duraccio turns around and gets a bash, but it's not enough to save his life. And what was this? Team Spirits, they were not on the same page. They didn't have their Pangolier here with them. The Meatball backed out long before Duraccio got out.
That was just greedy by Duraccio. As he goes Gablaccio. Sorry. It's even funnier the second time.
It cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's... Somebody tell you that, oh, he dropped the gem. Afterlife does manage to pick it back up. These silences are
that would
a
have
bit
been another
scary.
nightmare.
Imagine.
Snipe that one. Oh, hey, a gem.
He was dropping it to
Roche
check
is
the
up.
high ground, but...
They see it. Roche is up.
Yeah.
Or they don't see it. That was actually a dire ping.
Team
As Matama
Spirit.
does see it. Wait, are they actually going to give him this Roche for life steal? You have to buy back now. It's going to be too late. They're scared of Team Secret smoking into their base.
You were in that potential spawn time.
No way.
But
Is this
instead of
actually
playing
the
for
throw?
Roshan, they played for Elena Barracks, and now they're going to give up
Oh my
Aegis Keys
God.
and Refresher Shard.
I think they're lucky it's not an Axe, because Refresher Shard's really not that great for Team Secret. It does replenish charges, so maybe Matumba Man will take it. He does, for now.
Okay.
He has the Astral Step charges, as well as the Resonant Pulse charges. Honestly, that's an
8-second
insane...
AoE silence.
It's not 8 seconds, it's just 1200 AoE damage, I think is how he's going to use it. I think he's just going to go...
Well, isn't it 2-second silence each?
But what I'm saying is he's just going to spam them.
Oh,
I don't think he's actually going to hold on to them for 2 seconds. I'm pretty sure he's going to double Astral Step, double Resonant Pulse, refresh, double Astral Step, double Resonant Pulse. That's actually a ton of damage. I don't know. I don't know if Mabel can actually tank through that. He has 3,300 health, and he's almost level 25, so that's going to be about 3,800 health. But we've seen how squishy he tends to look if they're actually able to use their spells on him properly. If they get the jump on Team Spirit, though, especially on one of the spirits from Team Secret, a lot of play on words this game. I'm enjoying myself.
Yes, I can see that.
I can tell you're enjoying it too, Cap.
Immensely. A repair kit on Team Spirit, so at least things are evened out.
Oh, the Rage Siege is on.
Yeah, Nisha's not going to back down. He wants to make sure that repair
Nice
kit doesn't
D-ward.
have too much time.
But his Rage is down on Duraccio, so he can't really walk up anymore. As Nisha's going to potentially use his next Rage? No, he seems
Smoke
pretty
out.
content. He did take the Morph Duration talent, something we don't see too often anymore. Just a really good game for Morph targets, especially the Life Stealer.
Looks like Ergon will manage to pick up some bounty runes, and he's closing in on level 25 while he's farming up these neutrals. I think it could be really important for him to have that. Let's see, they're sitting smoked here next to Nisha. Nisha, who has that Aegis, I'm not sure if they really want to go on him. Of all the people, maybe some of the spirits. You mentioned that could be a better target for Team Spirit. But Nisha is going to force them back inside their base. think he knew something was up, so he waveforms in, starts hitting melee barracks. He's immediately going to be psyched to buy stuff. They have to try and challenge him. They can't just let him hit these buildings. Darachu does manage to get in a bash, but now he's been caught by Matumba Man. He does manage to get off his rage, though, the soul bind onto the two of them with the rolling thunder on in. It's going to be able to knock both of them up in the air. Matumba Man, he's going to lose his life, and Nisha's going to lose his Aegis. The backline's now been caught out as well. They've already taken out the Oracle. Yapsor going to be rolling in.
Man's going to have a ton of damage when he comes here.
He's going to be coming back. At the same time, Yapsor may still die before he gets here. Slight comes out from side, doing tick damage onto Urgon. Urgon trying to keep his meeples alive, but he's going to die. He's going to be forced to buy back here as Nisha continues to push forward here. He's already killed some of them. Afterlife, he's going to come back out. Nisha's going to be silenced up, saved by the Oracle. Now all that magic damage is going to be prevented as well, but the meeples coming in, and it looks like they're just going to leave Nisha to die here. This is a precarious line they're walking, where they need to be able to put some pressure in, enough to be able to force Nisha to buy back, but still manage to get out. If they don't put enough pressure, he won't be forced to use that buyback. But if they overextend, the game will just end on that buyback and team fight.
The other two lanes are also being pushed in, but it looks like no relevant damage being done in either of those, so Team Spirit can just keep going for the bottom lane as Secret spamming all of their spells as best they can, but Lifestealer, he no cares.
No.
Oh, maybe cares
Still,
a bit.
10 more seconds. And Darachu, he really wants this. Now he's going to be Yule Sceptered up in the air. They still have another disarm coming in, but he pops the rage. Finishes off the melee barracks. Infest, run away, run away, run away. He's got to get out. Someone's got to protect him. Darachu, he's going to be caught now. Anisha, he's come back in. The Soulbind onto two with the silence. Rolling Thunder's going to go out. Similar to before, he uses it to scare back Secret while the rest of them try and
really
TP
well played
away.
by Team Spirit.
If they can all get out here, be beautiful. Darachu, he
chasing,
will pop
though.
Rage TP, and
They're not
Misha,
going to get anyone.
he's not been spotted, so he's good as well. Well played.
Somehow this is a 1K net worth lead for Team Spirit. It feels like one team or the other should be pulling ahead. And you're seeing the back and forth, but it's not very significant in terms of the charts itself. But the back and forth momentum swings, on the other hand, they feel much steeper than that. And looks like Dota Plus can't really make up its mind either. It's a very even game, despite 2 lanes of racks for Team Spirit. They do have a lane of racks still on Secret, if you have forgotten. Cap, did you forget?
I did not forget.
Okay, Cap did not forget, so
They still have a tier 3, though, on the side of Secret, in
true.
case you forgot that.
2, I did forget, so I'm glad you told me. I never look at my minimap, as people may be very well aware. But there are no tier 3s on either side for Team Spirit, so we're Veiled Racks. Any fight, I think, at this point, because Team Spirit bought back, because the Void Spirit as well as the Oracle bought back, if bodies hit the floor, they're staying on the floor, Cap, and I think that means the base will go Caplaccio.
Tier 4 items are bouncing around. We've got Spell Prism for Matumba Man. Nisha still has that Titan Sliver, but Yapsor got an okay item for him, Havoc Hammer. And then Telescope still for Puppy. And, Mindbreaker for his eye. Didn't notice that one earlier.
Originally it was on Matumba Man, but
Okay.
looks like either spirit that hits everybody is elected to go for the Mindbreaker.
Alright, so Magic Lamp for Darachu. He feels like he needs that extra security. Against that harsh damage
Leveler
that comes in. Leveler, though, that's an important one.
Yeah, it really is. If you're wondering if the base was going to fall quickly enough, it will probably do it now. And by probably, I mean most certainly.
Another big one is the Whitlift Shaco that went to Immersion on his Grimstroke. So he can now survive through an E-Plate Blast, I think. With Glimmer Cape, should be pretty
If he
easy.
activates the Glimmer Cape 100%, that almost doubles his health. That's pretty crazy. And he doesn't care about that 400 mana either.
No. So he should be able to reliably get off Soulbinds and Inkswells in team fights.
Double damage route. This could be game-changing.
Ooh.
Will Secret elect to smoke up with this? Because Morphling, he's all base damage. That's an extra 370 damage.
Oh, but Darachu, he's going for it. He picked up the double damage, but now he's been caught. He's been stunned up, and he may just be chain stunned here. No, he managed to get off the range.
battle.
He turns around some damage thanks to that magic lamp. It came in clutch just when he needed it. The
They want
Guardian
this.
Greaves will allow Afterlife to be able to get back to this high ground.
No buyback.
They kill the ward very quickly.
That's their
Divine
carry.
Rapier, Nisha, he's committed.
what?
He's got a Divine Rapier flying in on the courier right now. Immersion, he's going to try and get back, but he'll be caught here. So it's just going to be Team Spirit left in a 4 versus 5 after this buyback is forced.
Dude, his eye hits so hard, actually. He hits for 337 plus 220, so 557 with crits.
And Maelstroms and Cleave.
God damn, Nisha said buyback be damned.
Yeah, Nisha's done with this game, honestly.
He's ready to go. All right, well, maybe they're going to wait up for Roshan. Roshan will spawn in a minute, but if Team Spirit goes out there, takes that Roshan fight.
Have they revealed this rapier?
I don't know. Did he get it
Okay, he's
when he was
walking
hitting
over
immersion?
a ward 100% now.
Okay.
So either way,
They should know.
they are smoked. Magic Lamp on Lifestealer. That's actually a game changer for him. He'll
Yeah,
be
it
able to
saved
pop his rage. Yeah, it did. I didn't notice that's what saved him, but that absolutely is. And one of the few heroes in the core role, the carry role, that can make use of that one.
Listen, I know, BSJ, you're used to play-by-plays. You just blabber on about insignificant details.
Yep, still used to it. Go ahead.
But me,
Yeah,
I call the good shit.
it's true.
You can listen to me, dog.
Why didn't you
And
tell me about the
Octarine-
Pangolier then?
True. I really should have. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I wasn't. I've never played Pangolier specifically into Meepo, so against him, that has to be a really
Dude, just
good.
counterpick ink with it, no problem.
Yeah.
Ergon, he gets caught, but he blinks away just before the jump forward. Now they see Immersion roll in from Yapsor, does nail him, but maybe he's a bit too far. He's going to be fire blasted almost immediately. Ergon
be
is chasing
careful
away
here.
the rest of the team, and they're just now have separated Yapsor entirely. They have a free kill on their hands.
Invisibility is invincibility, because Yapsor has a free slot with no detection. So, you guys are wondering if that only happens in your 2K pups? No, it does not.
Gonna happen here in a professional match. A professional match that we are currently sitting in Game 2. Secret just dominantly took Game 1, but with a Meepo draft for Team Spirit, they're making an argument for this series to go to a Game 3 here. But it's gonna come down to this Roshan fight. Very
This
few
is number
buybacks
4.
remain. This is the Aghanims and Refresher
That
Shard
Meepo
Roche.
with the Lifestealer inside of him has 6,100 health.
Yeah,
He has a Havoc Hammer and a Heart, and a Scotty. And they ward. And Puppy is actually going to
Puppy
get
is out of position. He's
buyback.
going to get caught. He's almost immediately going to be blown up. The E-Blade trying to save him here, but he's still dead because of the silence immersion. Whoa, almost 4-shot there for Nisha. He's
This
going to
is
be
a
able to
rapier.
blade it up. The silence is on him. Now they're rolling thunder. It's going to bounce back and forth. Nisha, he's just going to get chased
it.
on into death, and that should be it. With no buyback available, with a Divine Rapier onto Duraggio, he is chasing down Zai. He's going to run him down eventually here with a slowdown. He pumps back to the other Spirit. Misha, though, has a Fire Blast ready to go. As soon as he spots him, he'll hit him once. The Inkswell will stun him twice. The silence will make sure he goes down to the grave nice and quietly. 4 dead on the side of Secret. Team Spirit still have a buyback or 2 to work with, and now they're going to have an extra life in the Aegis.
Are they actually not going to end the game here? They have 80 seconds to
certainly
do
are.
so.
I think they're just enjoying their victory.
Yeah, get the Acceptor on Grim, summon an illusion of Earth Spirit, hit the tower.
Refresher Shard, Aghanim Scepter, Grimstroke with a Refresher Shard. So double Soulbind, potentially quadruple Dark Portrait.
True.
On top of your Meepos, that's just insane.
Yeah, I'm
that's
pretty
like
sure
a 14
Lifestealer
versus
alone's
5.
going to do, like, with the Armlet activated, he hits for, like, 800.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he's going to single-handedly shred this base. Yeah,
GG is finally called. Team Secret, they were hoping maybe they wouldn't push high ground. Maybe they were talking about the game. But either way, we are indeed going to a Game 3. A Divine Rapier pickup from Nisha. Leaves him with no buyback. And leads to Team Spirit finding victory.
Yeah, I had an interesting game. I had a lot of fun. I liked the way Team Spirit